This is the 2024 Nissan Almera, and we drove all the way to La Union to see what this refreshed subcompact sedan is all about. What's new with the facelifted Almera is, well, of course, the face. It still has that chrome and gloss black plastic combo on the grille, but instead of the old V-motion design, it now has horizontal slats in place of the old mesh grille. It also sits on new 16-inch alloy wheels with a new two-tone design. At the rear though, you won't see any changes. This is literally just a facelift, but it does get a new moon pearl gray finish that's exclusive to the top-spec variant. Inside, the Almera retains its old interior. It's still got the same design basically. Same steering wheel, same dashboard layout, and same center console. What's new here is the two-tone finish right here that also carries over to the seats. The head unit now also comes with Android Auto connectivity. It still has Apple CarPlay, but it's just wired, but it does get a new wireless charging pad up here. The car also still has its auto stop-start feature, but it now gets added high beam assist to the package. Now, another addition here, which is arguably the biggest change in the Almera, is the new Nissan Connected Services, which we will demonstrate later. Now, no changes to headroom and legroom available here, but we'll show it to you anyway. I'm about 5'5", and this is what we're looking at here in the back seat. This seat is set to almost my driving position, and I've got a lot of legroom to work with. Now, headroom is so-so. If you're a bit taller, you might want to watch your head. And speaking of watching your head, do it when you're on the way in, because I hit my head here. It's pretty low. Now, amenities here in the back, you've got no AC vents. I don't think that's the deal breaker. You do have a USB-A charging port and a center armrest with cup holders that comes at the expense of a fifth passenger. What we see is arguably the biggest addition in the new Almera is the NissanConnect Services. Basically, it allows you to connect your smartphone to the vehicle via a dedicated app. The app has various features, one of which is vehicle health. The app also has a monitoring feature which allows you to set a curfew or a zone limit for your vehicle. Basically, if it goes past that area where you set the zone limit, it's going to alert you through your phone. The Nissan Connect app can also track your vehicle service history, so it can remind you if it's time for a PMS. It also has a Find My Car feature, which will be very handy for those who keep forgetting where they park their cars. The Nissan Connect app also has an anti-theft feature, which prevents your car from being stolen. And in the event that it does get stolen, you'll easily be able to track where your car is. Finally, the app also has remote controls for your Almera. You can lock, unlock, or engage the lights and the horn, or even turn on your engine through the app. Currently, Nissan Connect features are only available in the top-of-the-line Almera. Each purchase of this one will come with a 3-year subscription courtesy of Nissan Philippines. However, past that 3-year mark, we still don't know how much it's going to cost. Nissan doesn't want to think about that just yet. The new Almera retains its 1-liter 3-cylinder turbocharged gasoline engine that generates 99 horsepower and 152 Newton-meters of torque when mated to the CVT, which we are driving right now. In the manual variant, that output goes up to 160 Newton-meters. So it's still the same as before, so basically, this Almera still drives the same. Now, that turbo CVT combo can feel a bit jerky in stop-and-go traffic, but when you're on the highway, it's pretty smooth. Like, I'm driving right now at highway speeds, and when I need to overtake, I just give it more beans, and it just goes. It has enough power. As far as fuel consumption goes, it's still as efficient as ever. On the way to La Union, we were doing 17 kilometers per liter, mostly on the highway. We are driving right now at 100 constantly from La Union. We had some idling time at several gas stations and some drive-thrus, and the gauge is now showing us 15 kilometers per liter, which is actually pretty decent. Now, in the city, I'm confident you can get about 10, 11, or even 12 kilometers per liter out of this one. As for the ride, we actually had our tires overinflated when we were driving to La Union, but now we have corrected that, and the ride is so much better. It's still a city car, of course. You will still feel the bumps on the road, but actually NVH levels are kept to a minimum inside this cabin, and it makes for a very comfortable ride. Worth mentioning here, though, is the lack of adjustment for the seatbelt. In this update, they didn't really change anything inside this cabin, so it's still the same. You can't really move this. But you do have tilt and telescopic adjustment for the steering wheel. You have six-way adjustment for the driver's seat, so it's not really that difficult to find the right driving position. A nifty addition in the new Almera is the lane departure warning feature. It adds to the existing package that already included features like autonomous emergency braking with forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, and of course, the parking aids, which includes the 360-degree camera that makes this subcompact sedan even easier to park. Also new for the Almera is the tire pressure monitoring system, which works hand in hand with the new NissanConnect Services, which we discussed earlier. As for the prices, the new Almera starts at 839,000 pesos for the base EL manual variant. The VECVT variant costs 1,059,000 pesos. This top-of-the-line VL variant costs 1,149,000 pesos, and it comes with a 3-year subscription to NissanConnect Services. People bought the Almera for the performance, for its fuel economy, and even for its design. But for me, the strongest selling point for this new Almera is the addition of NissanConnect Services. It brings the car ownership experience online and makes it much more convenient and overall just better for customers. Of course, we will find out how useful these features exactly are once we try this vehicle out for a week or so. So watch out for the full review.